हेलो नमस्कार। खुश रहो बच्चों। आई एम जीबीएम डॉक्टर शाहनवाज आलम, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ऑफ ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी जयपुर। Today we discuss about the structure of Indian economy and planning. Indian economy is generally a agrarian economy. Most of the population was employed in agriculture, and most of these people were very poor, existing by cropping their own small plots or supplying labor to the other farms. Land ownership, land rentals, and sharecropping rights were complex, involving layers and intermediaries. The first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, who introduced the 5-year plan, agreed that a strong economic growth and measures to increase the incomes and consumption among the poorest group were necessary goals for new nation. Government was assigned an important role in this process, and since 1951, a series of plans have guided the country's economic development. Although there was considerable growth in the 1950s, the long-term rate of growth were less positive than India politician desires and less than those of many other Asian countries. The economy grew at an average rate of about 3.1% a year in constant price, or an annual rate of 1% per capita during first 5-year plan. Many factors contributed to the slowdown of the economy after the mid 1960s. The rate of growth improved in the 1980s. The economy grew at annual rate of 5.5% or 3.3% on a per capita basis. Industry grew at an annual rate of 6.6% and agriculture at a rate of 3.6%. A high rate of investment was major factor in improved economic growth. Investment went from about 19% of GDP in the early 1970s to nearly 25% in the early 1980s. In India, however, required a higher rate of investment to attain comparable economic growth than did most other low-income developing countries, indicating a lower rate of return on investment. Part of part of the adverse Indian experience was explained by investment in large, long gestating capital-intensive projects such as electric powers, irrigations, and infrastructure. However, delayed completions, cost overruns, and underuse of capacity were contributing factors. Private saving finance most of India investment, but by the mid 1980s, further further in private saving was difficult because they were already at quite a high levels. As a result, during the late 1980s, India realized increasing drawing from the foreign sources. These trends lead to balance of payment crisis in 1990s. In order to receive new loan, the government had no choice but to agree to further measure of economic liberalizations, LPG, liberalization, privatization, and globalization. This commitment to economic reform was formed by the government that came to the power in June 1991. The greatest disappointment of economic development is the failure to reduce more substantially India widespread poverty. A study has suggested that income distributions chart little between independent and early 1990s, although it is possible that the poorer half of the population improved its position slightly. Some official estimate of the proportions of the population that live below the poverty line tend to vary sharply from year to year because adverse economic conditions, especially rise in the food price, and capable of lowering the standard of living of many families who normally live just above the subsistence level. The Indian government poverty line is based on an income sufficient to ensure access to minimum nutrition standards. And even most of persons above the poverty line have low level of consumption compared with the much of the world. Estimated in the late 1970s, put the number of people who lived in poverty at 300 million or nearly 50% of population at the time. Poverty was reduced during the 1980s and 5-year plan 1989 it was estimated about 26% of population or 220 million people live below the poverty line. Slower economic growth and higher inflation in 5-year plan 1990s and 5-year 1991 revised the trend. In 5-year 1991, it was estimated that 332 billion people or 38% of population live below the poverty line. In early 90s, consider the progress was made in losing government regulation, especially in the area of foreign trades. Many restrictions on private company were lifted and new areas were opened to private capitals. However, India remained one of the world's most tightly regulated. Major economics and many powerful vested interests, including private firms that have benefited from protect- protectionism. Labor unions and much of the bureaucracy oppose liberalization. There is also considerable concern that liberalizations will reinforce class, the regional economic disparities, the balance of payment crisis of 1990s and subsequent policy change lead to temporary decline in GDP growth rate, which fell 6.9% in 5-year 1989 to 4.9% in 5-year 1990s to 1.1% in 5-year 1991. In March 1995, The estimated growth of 5-year 1994 was 5.3%. Inflation peaked at 17% in 5-year 1991, fell to 9.5% in 5-year 1993, and then accelerated again, reaching 11% in 5-year 1994. The increase was attributed to a sharp increase in price and shortfall in such critical sectors as sugar, cotton, oilseeds. Many analysts agree that the poor suffer most from the increasing inflation rate and reduced growth rate. Thank you.